Take a live look at the stock market right now. A sell-off is gaining momentum, and right now the Dow Jones has fallen more than 480 points. It was at 500 earlier this morning. The latest consumer price index is out, and it shows that prices rose more than expected in January.
Yeah, the CPI looks at a group of common expenses like food, rent, and then how those prices have changed. It's a key data point showing how the economy is doing. We want to check in now live by Bankrate senior economic analyst Mark Hamrick. Thank you so much for being with us this morning. I think it's confusing for a lot of people watching all of the information and data kind of be sifted through. But between January 2020 and January of this year, if you're just looking at grocery prices, they're up 25%. Rent is up about 22%. Workers' salaries are not going up at those rates. What does this mean for everybody?
Yeah, good to be with you. Thanks for having me. It merely means, and it's quite significant, that Americans' buying power was reduced by about 1/5 or 1/4 between those time frames we're talking about, recently and before the pandemic. And so that is akin to having somebody take money out of your wallet or pocketbook or purse. And that's why Americans have been so agitated, not only with their sentiment or their attitudes, but their sense about the progress they would like to make with their personal finances. So these impacts are real. The good news is that inflation is moderating, but today's report wasn't quite as much, let's say, positive news as we would have liked to have had.
Yeah, definitely not. Home prices. Let's talk about home prices. Those are not measured in the CPI, and they're still rising.
They sure are nationally. I think you may be seeing some softness in some markets around the state of California and in some of the other previously red hot markets where you can't have home prices continuing to vastly outpace, let's say, wage or wealth gains. What's happening nationally is that we have a shortage of housing supply, particularly with respect to single family homes. Builders are doing what they can to bring more supply, more single-family homes, new homes onto the market, but there's only so much of that they can address. And by the way, there has been a fair amount of multi-family unit housing, such as rentals and condos coming into supply. And there we're seeing a flattening out, even though it's not yet very well represented in the CPI because there's a lag.
It's interesting when you flatten out, but it's still so high for people. Gasoline prices, when you look at a national basis, they're down slightly from a year ago, but really little's changed here in California, and that's a big impact. We drive everywhere here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no one moves to California to get a good price on gasoline. And unfortunately, we've probably put the lowest lows in for gasoline prices seasonally because we're now going to start moving into the warmer weather months nationally, and that has impacts for supply and demand. Obviously, the tensions all around the world, and particularly in the Middle East, have been closely followed, but they have not had a significant impact on the supply or the price of gasoline.
How much of it is gouging? Because a lot of these companies are making record profits.
Well, I think that's a political point that is often made by elected officials who are trying to address the problem that they cannot themselves resolve. So rhetoric is sort of tool number one. Many of these companies are profit-driven enterprises who also have to serve their shareholders. And we'll leave it to the law enforcement officials and other regulators to weigh in on that question, which is a complicated one.
Well, I mean, we're a capitalist society, right? I mean, this is how we built this system, is that the companies need to make more money to then make sure the shareholders are happy, but that doesn't do anything for the rest of us.
Unless you're a shareholder. And so people who are investing in the stock market, who rely on 401ks for their retirement savings, have benefited with that index up until the last few days at record levels. But obviously what you're saying is right. We're all stakeholders in this economy, and we don't love having to pay for something that literally goes up in smoke with our driving.
All right. Well, Mark, thank you so much for being with us. We really appreciate it. It's important news, kind of confusing news, so we appreciate having you here to break it down for us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.